Hello, I'm Lizzy, your virtual legal assistant. In this video, we'll focus on Lizzy Web. Lizzy Web is designed primarily for analyzing legal documents, such as contracts, pleadings, and more. It excels especially at summarizing, comparing, and answering questions directly from legal documents. But, like any modern AI application, you can also ask it general questions or request various formulations. I'll show you several examples to highlight the main differences between Lizzy and other popular AI apps like ChatGPT or Claude. Let's begin with drafting a clause in English. Draft a short limitation of liability clause in a software license agreement. Shortly outline the key negotiation ranges for its key components. Lizzy will, of course, return an answer. By clicking the small triangle in the top right corner of the response, you can see which model generated it. In our case, GPT-5. Lizzy selects the optimal model depending on the task. We'll explain more about that later. How does Lizzy's answer differ from what you'd get when asking the same question directly in the ChatGPT app? In two main ways. The first difference is in the user experience. For example, Lizzy displays draft language as independent segments inside a framed block. I call this a drafting snippet. This allows you to copy or download them into a document easily without the accompanying explanations. Another example is tracked changes. We select some text and ask to modify it. Modify mildly to benefit the licensee. Lizzy will return a response with the changes marked. Typically, we legal professionals like to see edits presented this way. The second difference is on a more substantive level. Lizzy, in her DNA, is a legal advisor, unlike ChatGPT or Claude, which are general-purpose assistants. The way she thinks, analyzes, researches, and drafts is fundamentally different from her generic counterparts. Her most notable trait is legal precision. Lizzy is tuned to be more accurate and less creative than general models. This has advantages and disadvantages, but in legal work, we generally prefer precision. As mentioned, the main advantage of Lizzy Web is its ability to analyze legal documents. Let's take a look. I'll drag a document into Lizzy. This is a Word document in English. Then I'll ask a question. Who owns the IP? Lizzy will analyze the document and respond, and within her answer, she will insert citations, purple footnote-style markers that link back to the source. If we hover over a citation, Lizzy will display a small preview window showing the relevant clause on which her answer is based. In our case, it's Section 4 of the agreement. If we click the little number, Lizzy will highlight the exact relevant part directly inside the document viewer. You can easily zoom in, zoom out, or adjust the screen split proportions. Let's go over the main buttons in the interface, from right to left. At the top right, you'll find the controls for sharing and managing your workspace. From here, you can share chats, and right next to the Share button, you'll find the Profile selector. This is where you choose which model the system will use. You can select ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, but most users prefer to use Fusion, which automatically selects the optimal model based on the task and the type of document. One of the advantages of having multiple models is that you can always request a second opinion from a different model. At the bottom of every Lizzy response, you'll find several buttons. One of them is Second Opinion. When you click it, Lizzy will send the exact same question to another model to generate an alternative view. You can also ask Lizzy to compare the two answers or get a distilled conclusion using the TLDR button. In the right-hand panel, you can view and manage your previous chats. Chats are saved for only 30 days for security reasons. You can start a new chat using the button at the top. It's highly recommended to start a new chat every time you switch topics to help Lizzy stay focused. Let's pause for a moment to look at several important functions inside the chat box. The Think button forces Lizzy to think before responding. The benefit is a more accurate answer at the cost of slower response time. This is very useful for computational tasks or complex analyses, for example, reviewing a contract and providing comments, but unnecessary for most tasks like summarization, comparison, or Q&A. Next to the Think button is the Search button. When activated, Lizzy performs a Google search and summarizes the results. This helps with questions that require up-to-date information. For example, summarize the GDPR-related legislative changes in the last quarter, or when external sources are required. On the opposite side of the input box, you'll find the Prompt Optimizer button. Clicking it offers an improved version of the prompt you wrote. The most important button in our video is the Quick Actions button. It opens a panel of legal workflows of two types. Quick Actions, with a blue icon, come built into the system by default. Popular examples include legal translation, contract review, contract drafting, and more. Quick Actions with a purple icon are created by the user. Here, the possibilities are endless. Each user can tailor legal workflows to their own needs. For the demonstration, I prepared examples such as evidence extraction, contradiction detection, preparation for cross-examination, and NDA review. Let's see how to create a quick action. I'll show one example. I'll start with extracting personal information from a document. I open the Quick Actions panel and use the Add button to create a new quick action. I'll name it PII Extractor and add a short prompt. Extract PII from a document given to you. Using the Prompt Optimizer, I refine the prompt. Lizzy adds detail, explains that PII means personally identifiable information, provides examples, and defines a clear response format. I save the prompt, and just like that, a new quick action is created. Now let's try it. I start a new chat and drag in a document. I select the new quick action and run it. Looks like Lizzy did a great job. A couple of small tips. You can save any prompt as a preset. Just open the prompt options and choose Save as Preset. To quickly find a preset, simply type at PII in the input bar. The quick action will pop up instantly and you can trigger it right away. This was a brief overview of Lizzy Web. We saw how to analyze legal documents in Lizzy, how to use precise citations that link back into the document, and how to create custom quick actions tailored to your workflows. I'm here for you, as always. Good luck.